Hey there, good looking. I got my favorite shirt on for you today because I am bringing you one of my favorite workouts. This is a no repeat glute workout. And then you'll want to stick around to the very end. I also have a fun no repeat standing abs workout we'll do. Now for equipment, I recommend a bench or a chair, or if you're in a living room, your couch would work, in addition to a booty band and a heavy dumbbell. For reference, I have a 15-pound dumbbell. Now, if you're doing this in real time, this is also day 17. Oh my goodness, crew, we are so close of the Limitless challenge. All right, gather your equipment and let's go get warmed up. All right, if you like to track your fitness and you have a smartwatch, you might want to press start. For reference, I have an Apple Watch and I'm using the strength setting. Let's get down onto the mat for me. Heels close to the bum, back of the neck long. Drive the hips up, rooting into your big toe mound all the way to your heels, getting into the glutes. As mentioned, today is a no repeat workout. We have 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds to recover while we'll get into the next move. And then we'll finish off with a standing abs finisher for the abs. I just said finisher twice and abs twice. Yeah. Last one. Beautiful. On your side for me, please. Knees are bent, feet are together, open up for clam. Now, when we open up this top leg, I don't want you to roll back. So lean into your front arm here, or the top arm into the front, and then lift up. Don't let the legs hang out when they come together. You immediately go into the next rep, warming up into the side glute, side hip. Let's do 4 here. And 3, 2, 1. Other side. Again, knees bent, feet stacked, please. Lean into that top arm, resting in front of you, and lift up the knee. Last 2. 1. Come on to all fours. Tighten up into the core, tuck the back toes under, extend your left leg, bring the heel to the bum for 8, 7. Now, if you have sensitive wrists, this doesn't feel good for you, you can by all means go onto the forearms. Last 3, 2, 1. Keep this leg out there, extend the opposite arm, and let's tap the hand to the knee, under the belly. 1, reach it. 2, 3. So this one you do have to go onto the wrist, but hopefully you can handle the 8 reps if your wrist is sensitive. 1 more. Beautiful. Wrists under the shoulders. You can go on the forearms again if you'd like. Straighten that right leg. Heel to the bum for 8, 7. Keep those hips quiet. 1 more. Extend the opposite arm and let's bring that knee and hand tap under the belly for 8. Extend out, fingertips to toes. And finish on your belly. Tuck the toes under, arms down by your side, and lift and lower. Once you see me, I want your chin to tuck in ever so slightly. Feeling the big back extensors down the base of the spine working. Also getting into the glutes. Let's do 3 more. 1 more. Awesome. Okay. 15 seconds, we're going to get busy. Let's grab that heavy dumbbell. We have a weighted bridge. So you want to be able to feel the heels with the fingertips and then place the dumbbell just on the hips, feet hip width apart, drive the hips up and lower. So I'm just holding on to the dumbbell so it doesn't roll into my belly. I'm not lifting it up with my hands. You really want the weight to be absorbed by the glutes. Back of the neck is long. And as mentioned, we have 40 seconds, of work, and then 20-second recovery. As we get up there, we're not flaring the rib cage. We're lifting up solely due to our glutes doing the work. Rest 20 seconds, and trust me, you're going to want these 20 seconds. We're going to take that bridge again, lift it up, and then just do little pulses. If you need to modify, get rid of the weight. So let's get set up. 3, 2, 1, lift up for me. Now I want you to just lower down halfway and then drive up. Halfway, drive up. So now we're time under tension with the glutes. Another training principle in which the glutes don't get to rest at all for these 40 seconds. Not that they rested a whole heck of a lot when we were doing the full range of motion bridge, but you understand what I'm saying. Bridges are a great alternative too in future workouts if we're doing lunges and you just don't feel like doing them. You need a break or the knees just aren't feeling the lunge love, as I like to say in the workouts. Hey, head down, do these. No, you're not going to work the exact same muscles. Time. But you'll still get the lower body incorporated without aggravating your knee. All right. Now, from this position, I want you to take the left leg, cross it over the right, and then walk the right foot into the midline of the body a bit more. You probably see where I'm going with this. We've got a one-legged bridge coming up. Keep the dumbbell there if you can. Let's go. Drive up, lower. Bum just kisses the mat. We're not allowing the hips to just rest. Back of the neck is still long. So far, this workout's a winner, isn't it? We've been down on the mat the whole time. And this is how we actually will roll for half the workout, and then we'll go into standing. And then, as mentioned, finish off with those standing abs. Woo! 40 seconds is a long time on one leg, isn't it? Release that left leg. Cross the right leg over, and then I like to walk the working leg, so in this case, in our case, our left leg more into the midline of the body. 3, 2, 1. Let's drive the hips up and lower. Nice. Drive up and lower. Today we have a total of 18 glute exercises. So if you see me looking a little off camera throughout the workout, that's because I'm looking at the board, because there is not a hope in hell I'm going to remember 18 exercises. So I got it written down. In fact, I've been known to screw up and we've only had 5 exercises. I'm going to blame it on being in my mid-50s. Oh. Woo, baby. All right, let's get those feet closer together now. Knees are closer together. We're lifting the hips up with that dumbbell still on the hips if we can, and then opening the knees and closing them. So let's give it a try. Let's bridge up. Now open the knees, come on the outside edge of your foot and lower. Open, coming right on that outside edge of each foot. Go back to start and then lower the hips. Up, open. So with this opening, we're getting a little bit more of outer hip as well as our adductors, our inner thighs involved. Again, get rid of the weight anytime. Woo! All right, now let's get the feet and the knees so they're touching, and just open the knees right out. Insoles of your feet are touching and you're right on the outside of those feet. From here, it's a frog bridge. So we're lifting the hips up and all the way down. All right, keeping those knees open in 3, 2, 1, lift and lower. Now, if we can, let's take one hand and bring it behind the head and just lift it up a little bit. Believe it or not, this will help us engage a little bit more glute. But if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, keep the head on the mat. I am just holding on to my head with my hand, keeping those knees open. Oh boy, and really feeling the inner thighs for me on this one. Again, we're always going to feel it in areas that are going to be a little either weaker or tighter on us. Last one. Rest. All right, we are going into that frog pump. This is our last one on our backs here. We'll stand after this. We will lift up to the full frog. So let's get the dumbbell off to the side so we can really get a good pump. Take the hands behind the head, lift up. Now let's lift the hips up, lower down, halfway only, lift, lower up. Good, so this is like not a really attractive exercise. If somebody walks in on you, it'll be pretty funny. But remember, at least you're not here on a fitness platform or YouTube doing this. You are in the sanctuary of your own home. So if someone walks in with you on you, it's just a loved one. Woo! Do not let those hips plant. Come on, thrust it up. Just doing little pulses, and then we stand. Less than 10 seconds. Sorry, I think I just hit the mic. 3, 2, 1, release. Woo! Okay, now we're using our chair, bench, or you can use your couch, all right? Let's get that dumbbell. We want the shoulder blades just resting on the edge of our object. And then we're going to look straight ahead and keep ourselves there. Dumbbell's going to rest on the hips. Heels are underneath the knees, and we're driving the hips up, pushing through the heels, working in a muscle, or working an exercise called a hip thrust. So this is one of the gold standard exercises for glute building. Now, my chair is a little padded, so it's a little more comfortable. If you were to have a hard chair, it can be a little uncomfortable on the mid-back. But see if you can tough it out. A couch works really well for this, as does a bench. We have 40 seconds of work, and we'll get rid of the dumbbell, and we'll go into single leg hip thrusts. Woo! Alrighty. Holy moly, hey? All right, so single leg is exact same of what we've done. It's just one leg. So where's our setup? Okay, that object is just resting in the below the shoulder blades. We are looking forward. Now from here, we're going to drive up. Let's use the left leg. Push the left heel into the mat, drive up. So I'm not moving this leg at all, my right leg. It's just lifting up because I'm pushing through the heel of my left foot to lift my hips as high as I can. Then can I get a bit higher when I think I can't go anymore? The entire time, I'm still looking straight ahead. I'm not rocking back and forth in the upper body. Now, if this is too much, because this is quite advanced, go back to 2 legs, okay? Woo! But the good news is we just do 1 set. Yay! Woo! All right. So I like to hold on to my head. I've mentioned before, my brain is really large, so it's a lot of weight for my neck to hold. Just joking. I just have a weak neck, so I hold on to my head. All right, right leg. You ready? Push through the ground. Drive the hips up. Left leg lifts as we push. Perfect. After this, we stand. Trainer's promise. Remember, we lift, and then can we get a bit higher? Come on. We drop the hips, press up. Breathe out as we lift up. All right, if you don't feel your glutes right now, you're dead. I don't think you should be feeling your glutes. All right, let's lower down. Whew, we're coming into a stand. Dumbbell in the right hand, please. Left laces on your object. From this position, or pardon me, dumbbell in your left hand. So whatever leg is up, that's the hand your dumbbell is in. Now I want you to drive the hips back for a deadlift and then drive up. So it's a one-legged, somewhat supported deadlift. Other hand can just rest on the hip. We have a softness in the working leg, so in our case, that's our right. Hinging through the hip. This one with weight is quite advanced, so get rid of the dumbbell if you're really struggling. Now our next move, we'll still have that left foot behind us, so I just need you to just mentally prepare for that. Focus your stare on something stationary to help with your balance. Really root through your toe mound as well. Woo! All right, so we're moving into a Bulgarian lunge, but we're going to make it more glute dominant. So let's step that right leg forward more and get the laces of the left back onto our chair. From this position, hinge forward slightly and then lower down. Hinge and lower. Root the big toe mound into your shoe or ground. Whew. So it's not just coming on the outside edge of your foot, or we're not just loaded on the heel. We want that toe mound pressing into our ground as well. 40 seconds of work and then we'll switch legs. You thought the no repeat would be easy, wouldn't you? Yeah, I fooled you. Time, I got you fooled. All right, so let's take the dumbbell to the other hand. That leg's coming up. We're starting with that deadlift. So now we can be closer to the chair. Find that stationary object, left hand to hip, hip hinge, come forward, root through the full foot, drive up to stand. Pull the shoulder blades together a bit. We're not allowing that mid back to round. I do believe we deserve some really nice glute stretches after this workout, don't you? Yes. And I will deliver, I promise. So it's just a slight knee bend and then the motion's coming through the hip. Whew. All right, so this is the Bulgarian lunge now. So now we take that big step forward with that left foot and let's get the laces back onto our object. Now make it more glute dominant. What do? That's right, slight hip hinge. That'll make it more biased on this front glute. Take it down, come up. Are you able to straighten that front leg completely as we drive up? We get rid of the dumbbell after this. Woo! However, we do put the booty band on and we only have 20 seconds to do it, so it's really going to test us, I think. But I have faith. Woo! My left glute is on fire. Whoa, I'm glad that's done. All right, dumbbell off to the side. Let's get the booty band just above the knees. I like to sit to get it on. And then I would love for you to hold on to something. So I'm just turning my chair around, but you can also hold on to a wall. Outside leg, knee bent, abduct away, slight hinge forward. Banded fire hydrant. Now working the outer glute. When we lift, make sure that the stabilizing knee doesn't cave in. So there's a lot happening on the stabilizing side as much as there is on the working side, or active side, I should say. When we're done, we're not done with this side. So I'm not upright, okay? I have a hinge forward. And then my leg is going right out to my side, not in front. That'll hit a different muscle. Woo! I need a quick sip. Now we're going to take ourselves and face our object. That leg that was abducting away, still our working leg. We're going to lean into, whether it be the wall or the back of your chair or couch. Lead with the heel and take it on a 45. Stabilizing knee is what? Soft. You got it. Always soft. We never lock out a joint. Locked out joints doesn't give you very good support. You're just going to hang off of that joint. So instead, let's activate the muscles above and below that joint to give us some protection, especially when it comes to our knee joint. So we're not going directly behind us. We're going on a 45. And again, that's just giving us more glute activation. When we're completed that, we've got the other side fire hydrant. Holy moly, let's do one more. Woo! All right, give that stabilizing side a little round of applause. All right, I'm gonna have my back to you. So simply, we're bending that outside leg. We're working the other side now. Bend the knee, 3, 2, 1, hip hinge and abduct away. Last 2 exercises. Did that put a smile on your face? I hope so. Woo! All right, so whatever leg was abducting away, now we're going on a 45 for our hip extension on that one. Face your object. It's that hip hinge, softness in that stabilizing leg. And then we're not jacking those shoulders up to the ears. They're pulled back and down. 3, 2, 1, drive away on a 45. I have my foot flexed so my leg can freely go forward and back without stuttering on the ground. After this, we can just take this booty band off. I think we'll all have a hallelujah moment when that comes, right? 15 more seconds. Hallelujah is coming in 15 seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Here we go. Booty band off. Everybody, repeat after me. Hallelujah. March it out a little bit. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We're going to use the chair or bench or your couch for one of the standing ab exercises. And we're going to get busy with that in about 5 seconds. Okay. We're going to take our arms and perform some chops, okay? Going in one direction only. And we're moving through the whole torso and the hip. Interlace the hands, have them level with your ground. Let's go in this direction in 3, 2, 1. So if you want to add more rotation, you can and turn more through the waist. Remembering though that if you have spinal stenosis or osteoporosis, that probably won't work for you. You're going to want to move more through the hip. The rest of us, we're moving through those waist muscles, coming to the back and then coming back to the front. 10 more seconds. Shake out the arms and then we'll do the other side. All right. So this leg, which I'm twisting towards, I want you to keep the toe, knee, and hip to me, okay? 3, 2, 1. Let's take it this direction. So you should feel that all through the waist. Arms are straight. Interlace those hands. Keep those arms parallel with your ground. Rotating on this heel here, your right heel. Last 10 seconds. Time. All right. We're going to take the chop and go down and down. So we're alternating. Okay? It's going to be awesome. 3, 2, 1. Take it down and down. So it's like you're throwing something down to the ground. So I do this with weighted med balls. So I want you to pretend you got some weight and you are throwing it. Tightening up in that core. Few more reps. Good news here, this is no repeat as well. One more. March it. All right, you're gonna mirror me. We're taking this arm and reaching and kicking. Those of you that are able to crunch, you're gonna crunch that leg up. If you have osteo, you'll keep your body fairly upright. Crunching, opposite arm, leg reaching. Flex the foot. Good, my hands on my abs so that I can feel the abs pulling me forward and lifting my leg up. Nice job. All right, it gets the heart rate up a bit, doesn't it? We got the other side. Place the hand. Again, add the crunch if you're able to. Arm up, leg up, crunch it. So this one isn't going to go fast. We're going to take it slow so we can really feel the abs engaged. We're also going to get a little bit of balance too, right? So we're right here on single leg. We have one more move after this, and that's where we're going to elevate our hands with whatever you have by you, your chair, your bench, your couch. One more. Whew. All right, let's get wrists under shoulders. Come into a high plank for me. Now listen to me. You don't have to look at me. Bring the left knee to the left forearm. Tick-tock it towards the right forearm. Tick-tock it back and release. So up and then knee tick-tocks to each forearm and then back onto the ground. Nice and long in the spine. Body weight stays on top of the wrists. You can also make fists if you find that your wrists are sensitive. I do find, though, that those with sensitive wrists being elevated so we don't have our full body weight is a little bit more friendlier for you. One more. And release. Woo, baby. All right, feet apart. Let's do a little oblique stretch here. Nicely done. All right, other side, reach up and over. Now interlace the hands, so it's just your pointer finger extended. Bring your arms right beside your ears and now walk the feet into their hip width. Push the hips to me, extend the spine, reach towards the wall behind you. Extending through the spine, stretching the abs. And breathe for 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Nicely done. Let's head down on the mat and stretch those glutes. What do you say? Left ankle over right thigh. Pull into figure 4, or maybe right here is where you're comfy. But hands can go behind that right thigh or take it a little deeper on top of the right shin. We are guiding the right knee towards the outside of the right shoulder. So if it's coming towards the midline of your body and it being that right knee, you'll feel a completely different sensation if you line it up with the outside of the shoulder. Back of the neck is long. Nice, foot to ground. Those of you with osteo, you'll just hang here. The rest of us take the opposite hand, pull into a deep spinal twist, driving that top leg, that left leg towards the ground. And then if you can, turn your gaze to your left fingertips. Back to center. Other ankle, right ankle over thigh. Pull in, grabbing behind the knee or on top of the shin if you want to take it deeper. And just remembering those tips that were provided last leg. So you want to have that knee lined up with the outside of the left shoulder. Right foot to ground, deep spinal twist. Grab onto the outside of that right knee now. Turn the gaze to the right fingertips. They're lined up, your arms lined up with your shoulder, palm facing up. and back to center. Both knees into the chest. If you feel like rocking the knees side to side, go for it. Do whatever's going to feel best for both the glutes and the low back. And come into a seated position. Sitting nice and tall. Thank you so much for joining me. Well done, those of you that are in the challenge. And for everyone, please drop a comment down below. I love reading them. Have a fabulous rest of your day, and we'll see you next workout. Bye. And a heavy dumbbell. I was nailing it, and then I sounded hesitant, and then I was not nailing it anymore. Now, if you're doing this in real time, this is also day 17. Woo! We're almost there, crew of the Limitless Challenge. All right, let's go get warmed up. I forgot to mention the standing abs. Damn it.